Hi guys, this is Lisa. I just wanted to come on today to share with you a storage piece that I picked up a couple weeks ago. I have been looking for a cabinet for my room similar to the one that you're looking at right now. I've had this cabinet for a few years now. It was brown and modern, and I painted it and added new pulls to the doors, and I've had it in my room for a little over a year and a half now, and it works for my space. I store all of my vintage little items in it, the vintage buttons that I collect, and laces and trims, and also some of the new items, some of the crocheted lace and doilies that I pick up from Joann's or different places. And I also store some of the items that I've been collecting over the years, just decorative items that I love looking at every day whenever I'm in my room creating. And I wanted a piece that was very similar. It's been very difficult to find that type of piece. All the cabinets that I found on Craigslist were way overpriced, or they were too large for the space. But I finally stumbled upon a piece that I love, and it works perfectly in the space. This piece right here, I think I've showed it before, but I love it. I think it's so pretty, and I just love how we can decorate the insides and just fill it up with all our goodies. And you can see my chandelier reflected in the glass. My husband bought that for me about a year ago now. I think it's been about a year since he purchased that and hung it here in my room, and I love it. It's so pretty in the room. And over here you can see my gumball machine, which I've shown before, and that's the door to the bathroom. That's off of my craft room, and I just hung that bird cage and some laces and trims, and I use the door over here that leads out of my room to go to the bathroom whenever I need to go in there. I usually go in there to wash up the laces and doilies that I pick up from estate sales and garage sales. But anyway, here is my new baby, my piece that I purchased from a local store here. We've gotten several pieces of furniture from the store. She gets in pieces from North Carolina that have been discontinued. And the piece you're looking at, let me show the top of it. It goes up to here, and then it goes all the way down to there. And what it is, if you see right there in the middle, it's two tops. And in the store, she had flipped the one top upside down and flipped the other top on top of it, and they hinge together. There's a piece on the back that you can clip and hinge them together. So when the guys delivered them, my husband just went back there and he tightened up the hinges, and it works perfectly. I mean, it's perfect for the space. It fit the space. I'm able to get to the closet over here in the corner really easily. I've got my little dress form over there, and I'll move in a little bit closer, and it gives me so much space. I love that there's space on top to store items, and then up top here I got some milk glass containers with some leaves in there, and some millinery flowers that are vintage, and some hat boxes that I've collected, some more milk glass, and a little tiered stand with some little paper roses in it, and I've just different little pieces. There's a piece that Marilyn, she altered that Tilda piece for me for a swap that we were in, and there's another milk glass piece, and there's my little beautiful Ridote teacup that I've had for a number of years. These are the shoes that were on my daughter's only China doll that she had growing up, and she broke the foot. So I took the shoes off, and so I have them displayed here in the room. Found that vintage frame, and I've got pictures of me and the kids and my sister and my best girlfriend and my mom in there, and just some different little bling pieces that I alter projects with. And then those are some these are little sachets that I picked up at Hancock Fabric last year when they were on clearance. They smell so good. And that's an actual Rachel Ashwell Simply Shabby Chic line frame that I found at a thrift store for like $1. I need to pop a picture in there. And those are her books, a couple of the books that I have of hers, and some satin ribbon flowers. And those are my son's booties right there from when he was a little boy. And these are some vintage chenille buttons that I picked up at a lace warehouse that I go to in North Carolina whenever my husband and I are in the area. And then I'm going to come down. And down here, I have some of those flowers that we picked up at Michael's at Christmas time. I love those flowers. So I just cut them off and put them on this little tiered stand that I picked up at a local antique store for a couple of dollars. Another piece of milk glass with some vintage romance pieces in there. I love those pieces. They're so pretty. And that's a tag that I altered right there, a little prima doll tag. And right here I printed this off of Pinterest, and it says she decided to start living the life she imagined. I thought that was so pretty. In this frame, we've had it for a number of years. And then these two containers here, I found this one at one time at a thrift store and this one at a totally different thrift store at a later date. I love when that happens. When you find something and then you find the matching piece. It's so much fun. And then I've had that for a while, that little candle holder. And this, Marilyn created this also for me. It's beautiful. Love having that there. Some more milk glass. Some more pearls that I use for my stick pins. Here's a large piece of milk glass. This was my mother-in-law's. And I was able to acquire that from her house. She passed away recently, as a matter of fact. It's been less than a month, but when we were cleaning out her house, her daughter asked me if there was anything that I wanted, and I definitely wanted to keep this. And this is something that Marilyn, this came with my Tilda swap, also from Marilyn. And this was my mother-in-law's also. It sat on a cabinet that she had. Oh, there I am in the mirror. It sat on a cabinet that she had in her living room. She had a lot of beautiful pieces in her house. Many beautiful pieces. And then that's a little mirror that I have. I have 3 of them, as a matter of fact. And I think it's so pretty and it looks so vintage. And then down on this shelf that's a vintage clock back there that I picked up at a thrift store. Here's a tag I created, a little Tilda tag, and that's a card that I created for my mother-in-law. We brought the cards back that I had created for her, and so I keep them here in my room. And this is this was from a swap that Elise and I did. And here's a milk glass bowl with some trims in it. And this little sachet, it's like a china or porcelain sachet. And it smells really good, but it came from the thrift store. But it was clean and beautiful, so I tucked it back there. Here's a little silver container that I keep some pearls in. And I love that it has the little scoop that came with it. And then another piece of milk glass with some, this I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if you guys have seen these or not. That is gorgeous. They're $12.99 at Hobby Lobby, and I was able to get it 50% off. They were having a sale on these, on the jewelry items. And it's so beautiful. I just can't imagine even using it. I just have it laying there in that dish. And these little glasses, I think I picked this one up at, I want to say the dollar store. I don't think this one was at Michael's. And then I have this hat box here, which I store some trims in. And this little dish back here, I love the shape of it. And it's a pretty baby pink. And these are just some little cloth tags that I created. And this is a cute little box that I created. And I just keep some little bits and baubles in there. And down here is another card I created for my mother-in-law, and a little bird cage. And here's a box that I found at the thrift store, and I altered it, and it has vintage laces and trims in it also. And here's that fabric that I showed in a different video, the Tanya Whalen fabric. And here's a piece of the Tilda fabric that I was able to pick up from Stitch Craft Create. And over here is the box that Elise altered for me for a swap, and there's another box up under there that I store items in. And then over here to the side, I just have this little 3-tiered tray I picked up at the thrift store. It originally evidently came from no, it wasn't Pure One, it was Pottery Barn. And I just keep my fabric flowers on it. So different fabric flowers that people have sent me, and ones that I've altered myself, and then some that I just picked up from the local craft stores. And in here I keep all of my scraps, all the scraps from trims that I use on projects. I just toss them in here so I know where to come when I just need a tiny piece for a project. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. And the great thing about this is, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Hold on a second. Let's see. 2, 3. It has lights on it. And so there's one light down there. And then if you touch the other sensor, which I'm not going to be able to reach because I'm trying to film this with one hand, there's another light right up here that will come on. So I love that. I think it's so pretty. So I love how that turned out. I'm so thankful to God that I was able to find a piece, and it was so affordable. I paid, it was supposed to be $85 for both of the pieces together, and my husband said she actually only rang it up for $75. So God is good. I love this piece, and I'm just so thankful I was able to find it, and it fits so perfectly here in my room. So just wanted to come on and share that with you guys. I hope everyone's having a great day and have a blessed weekend this weekend. Thanks. Bye.